Welcome back, everyone. Next up, we have DSS Inc. It trades on the New York Stock Exchange American under the symbol DSS and is a multinational company with subsidiaries operating in diversified market sectors, including product packaging, biotechnology, consumer marketing, commercial lending, securities and investment management, and alternative energy. The company identifies and acquires exponential growth companies in areas where they have deep operational and management expertise, create shareholder value by increasing functionality and profitability, and strategically spin out key assets into IPOs. Please welcome the COO, Jason Grady, for an update. Welcome, Jason.
Hi, Anna. Thank you. Okay, well, thanks guys for paying attention to DSS and interest in our company. I wanted to give everyone an update since we last spoke. As Anna said, we are a company that operates in a variety of different industries, including consumer packaging, biohealth, consumer marketing, commercial lending, and securities, just to name a few. But what DSS really does is it takes undervalued assets and creates opportunities to provide shareholder value. We've gone out, we've acquired many assets in various stages of their business lives and are nurturing those assets into things that we think are going to provide significant shareholder value. We're very pleased by the company's progress, and it's substantially reducing our operating costs and continuing to optimize our businesses towards profitability. We continue to take protective measures against a recessionary environment, but we are still very much executing against our business plan. Which is really, again, incubating promising businesses to build shareholder value in a couple of different ways. Either one, through the distribution of stock as a dividend in a spinoff or IPO or public offering, or adding a separately traded equity and cash to our balance sheet. So our shareholders of DSS really benefit in those two distinct ways. One of the highlights that I want to make sure we touch upon today, and I'm sure is going to be an interest of all of you, is our Impact Biomedical potential IPO. The stock dividend and really the record date, which is coming up on June 30th, so this month, June 30th, 2023, and the potential IPO of Impact Biomedical. So for those of you who may or may not know, Impact Biomedical is our biotechnology company subsidiary, wholly owned, that we are intending to spin off. In this process, we are spinning off a portion of the company in which our shareholders will receive a dividend. We intend to maintain 51% ultimately of the company after the IPO and spinoff. So again, that benefits the shareholders in the two ways I just talked about. It gives shareholders a pure play in biotechnology, but then it also balances and bolsters the DSS balance sheet through that process. So while this is going on, and although it's not happening as quick as I would like to, as our executive team would like to, we are getting over SEC hurdles and moving in the right direction. Very positive news. We are at the very final stages of having our S1 go effective. But we are continuing in the background to build that business. We are developing new compounds. We are continuing to further the compounds we have in our portfolio today. We are going out and seeking out new licensees and new distribution channels. So while we're waiting on the IPO, we are still continuing to bolster that business and make sure that it is prospering in its own right and growing as a business itself. One of the highlights is reported through one of our licensees, Prophase, which their stock symbol is PRPH. Harvard scientists from Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, over 2 different lung and colon cancer studies, have successfully demonstrated that one of our compounds in which they license, Linebackers, ability to inhibit cancer cell growth, which obviously is very exciting. Great development to hear. Great to see that progress for a polyphenol compound. Other interesting news at DSS, beyond Impact Biomedical, and some of the things that are more near term, are a continued push to move our medical REIT to an IPO, American Medical REIT, AMRE, as well as our commercial lending organization, American Pacific Bancorp. Those are a little more near term, and when we believe the market is ready, as we are building those businesses, and those businesses are fully optimized to the potential we believe they have, we will then bring, as we've discussed, those companies to the public in some way, shape, or form. Down the road, a little farther beyond that, right, as we continue to incubate our other companies, DSS Pure air purification company, dsspureair.com. With all the news and lately of the Canadian wildfires, clean, fresh air, healthy living are certainly at the forefront of people's minds. DSS Pure Air is able to provide some very innovative, world-class solutions in air purification and air filtration. The other one that is again in the batter's box, or the on deck circle, if you will, is our securities group. DSS Securities, we eventually will take public. Our broker dealers are doing very well. Our DSS Wealth Management, with the addition of new portfolio managers and other things that we're doing at wealth management, are highlights for the company. So that takes us to really what our performing assets are. Performing assets and newsworthy items, as far as the update goes, are Premier Packaging, our consumer packaging division, folding carton, paperboard, consumer packaging. DSS Securities, as I just mentioned, as well as our DSS Pure Air. As an example, the capital that we've put to work in Premier Packaging, that division has had a stellar quarter in the books, at a 72% increase in revenue in the first quarter compared to first quarter of 22. It's a result of our optimization of the business, our investment in capital and new equipment, and our diversification of our customer base, adding new customers, adding very innovative, contemporary customers that are looking for the latest and greatest in world-class paperboard, fiber-based packaging. DSS as a whole. So we've had significant, as I mentioned, we had significant improvement in our operating losses. Our operating losses for March, as of March 31st, were decreased about 24% in Q1 of 23. So we're happy with the direction that we're moving. Again, we can always be better, but we're moving in the right direction. Total cost and expenses decreased. Total expense decrease is about 16% as of March of 2023 compared to March with 22. So we are, again, moving in the right direction. So those are really the highlights that I wanted to provide everybody. Again, DSS is executing against its business plan. It's doing what we've promised to the street, to our shareholders, by continuing to add value, putting capital to work, and making sure that we're executing on the promises that we've delivered so far to date. So with that, Ann, I would open it up to any questions if there are any.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jason. Yes. Can you confirm the numbers of Impact Biomedical shares which will be distributed to the DSS shareholders?
Yes, I can. So as on the record date of June 30th of this month, if you are a shareholder of record of DSS Inc. stock, you will receive 4 shares of the Impact Biomedical Company.
Great. So you can confirm the record date is June 30th, and that's the distribution date.
The record date is June 30th. The distribution date, however, of those shares will be on or about July 14th.
Okay, perfect.
So after July 14th, if you were a shareholder record date on June 30th, on or about July 14th, you will receive those shares in your account, and there will be a letter going out to DSS shareholders notifying them of the receipt or deposit of those shares into their accounts.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for this update, Jason.
Great. Thank you. And again, thanks everybody for your interest in DSS.
All right. Thank you. Be with us again. Okay, everyone, we'll be right back with our next presenter.